welcome to Chioma, and today I want to talk about a really interesting topic. Actually, it's interesting and it's so important as well. It's quite a serious subject. It's about the R.kelly issue and what's really going on in the community. So I saw the documentary, the 6-part documentary of Surviving, called Surviving R.kelly. It was so interesting. I literally spent all night watching it. I couldn't go to sleep. I kept watching it. One series, then I watched a second. I watched it all at the same time. And I took away quite a lot from it. But I'm going to give you 5 main points that I zoomed in on and I really hold dear to me. And I'm sure that, you know, these 5 points is something that I feel like all of us should learn something from and try and improve in our personal lives and be observant in our personal lives as well. Because this, it's not just the young ladies it's happened to. It's happened to so many other women. This is the one that we know. I know for a fact that a lot of women, a lot of my young childhood friends has been through things like this with their uncles and really close family members. So this is not uncommon at all, but at least at the moment I have the platform to talk about it and I'm going to talk about it. Firstly, how dare you, R.kelly? Like, how dare you urinate on a young child? Like, seriously. You demeaned her. You ruined her life. She will never be the same. Ever. She will probably need loads of therapy and loads of support to get over that. That was horrible and demeaning. Can I just say, a lot of us in the Black community, we put people on a pedestal. And don't get me wrong, I am all about that. I believe some people deserve to be on a pedestal. But sometimes the way they do it, they make that person feel untouchable. And then that some people who are really bad people abuse that. And that's exactly what R.kelly, that's where you find R.kelly. He abused that. He used that to ruin a lot of girls. People think that, girls go through like rape and a lot of things and they think that it just ends there. No, that's the beginning of the problem. These girls go on in life to suffer from all different types of issues because of this. So us as mothers, we need to be really aware of people like this. People that, do this to our daughters and ruin their lives for at least a long period of time. We need to protect our children. This is so important. We need to downgrade, the fast lifestyle, having loads of money, being the most beautiful girl in the room, being a star. Downgrade it. Concentrate on other things that are important. A good education, learning a musical skill, learning to play the piano, learning to cook. Let's focus on things like that. There's beauty in all of these other things. Because if we didn't put stardom and being a celebrity on such a big pedestal, we will not have people like R.kelly getting away with what he's got away with. And this is the fact. The second point I want to make is the justice system. Can I just say, shame on the American justice system with the way they've handled the situation. There were so many chances they could literally have taken that man off the street or made him pay for what he's done or at least be accountable to what he's done. But on every single occasion, they found a way to find him not guilty. R.kelly was visibly guilty. It was in plain sight. He married Aaliyah when she was 15 years old. There was countless amount of girls that came up and said, he's done this and that, and he paid them off. He wasn't held accountable at all. There's a part in the movie that really upset me. It was this man, this jury, a Chinese looking guy. I'll be specific so you can go and find him. And he said, Oh, he believed R.Kelly, and he didn't just believe the girls. Do you know the reasons he gave? He said because he didn't like the way they looked, the way they talked, the way they were acting. Let me tell you something. If you've been maltreated, you've been almost treated like an animal for so many years, you're going to feel the same way. You're going to behave in the same way. You're going to act the way that they have made you act. There's something called labeling theory. People tend to act like what they're labeled. And that's why I tend not to say horrible things to my child, like, oh, you're so naughty. Just in case he thinks, oh, well, I'm naughty. This is a good opportunity for me to carry on being naughty. I don't say negative things to my son anymore because I understand labeling theory. People tend to act as the way they are labeled. So I just want to say shame on the justice system in America for the way they've dealt with that situation. The next thing I want to talk about is blaming the child. All right, let's blame the little girl for being very aware of sex. Let's blame the 14-year-old child for being able to lie on her back and a man have sex with her and not scream about it. Let's start to blame the child. We cannot blame the child. She's a baby. She doesn't know. You blame the adult for taking advantage of that situation. A lot of these young girls possibly might have been exposed to sex. Maybe their moms were prostitutes or whatever the case may be, or they were molested at such an early age. It doesn't matter. You're still the adult. There's excuse me. There's literally no reason why a grown man should have sex with a minor. I'm sorry, there's no reason. I don't care how, if she came on to you as an adult, you say no. That's what adults do. You don't go ahead and say, oh, you know, I'm just going to do it because I'm a man. No, that's not what an adult man would do. We need to stop blaming the black girls or saying you made him do it. It's the way you dressed. It's because you went there. It's nothing like that. And can I just say, any young lady that's been through this, it is not your fault. You were victimized. You are the victim in the whole situation. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. I just want you to know that, please. Government accountability. Oh my God. I was watching that. I was thinking, not once did I hear a school say they were looking for Mrs. A or Mrs. B. These children are kids. Nobody is being accounted. They're not being accounted for. No school is claiming them. No one is asking about their whereabouts. That's why predators like R.Kelly and other guys can take advantage, because the government and nobody around is accountable for these children. And I understand that, you know, the government can't be accountable for everybody, but when one child is missing and one child isn't going to school at the age of 14, 15, we want to know where this child is. Where is that? Where is all that? Where is social services asking, you know, where this child go? Where did these children go? Why is a grown man going to the school? Where are social services at this point? I'm sure America's got social services because there's been so many inquiries in America. You have quite a lot of serial killers. You have a lot of children killers. So you have social workers in the States. Where are the social workers? I was really confused. Is it because you just neglect the black community because the black girls don't matter, or black lives don't matter? I was looking out for at least one government official. There wasn't any available for these girls. Shame on you. The other part as well about government accountability is the fact that when the police officer came and they saw the woman was clearly the mother of, can't remember her name. I can't remember these girls. I should. I'm going to put the name at the bottom because I can't remember right now, and I'm right in the middle of the video. The girl at the end towards the last two series, the mother was there with the dad, and the mother was saying, I really just want to check that my daughter is okay. And she called the police several times. They did not try to find any way to support these people. It was almost like they were like, my hands are tied. There's nothing we could do. Of course there's something you could do. We all know that if it was a different race, you would try a bit harder. We all know you'd go to the court and sign some kind of injunction or something to do something. Nothing was done. They watched a woman cry several times and beg. Fair enough, the child is older now, but the child was a minor when she disappeared. It's their responsibility to say, well, you know, actually, we're going to knock on the door. We're going to keep somebody outside and wait for somebody to come out so we can do a check for this person. I didn't see that happen. I don't know. I don't know why that hasn't happened. But all of these things are just so shocking to me. I'm just in disbelief. How did this happen? Right. And finally, I would like to call it I am not my brother's keeper syndrome. I don't understand how this could even happen. R.Kelly has numerous amount of people around him. He has family and friends that are well aware of this behavior and these tendencies. You can't tell me his personal assistant hasn't seen him with so many different girls. Just like his wife said, someone's booking those flights for the girls, someone's booking taxis for those girls, someone's booking rooms for those girls, someone's giving those girls the money. So they're very aware of this. How would you feel, excuse me, how would you feel if your 15-year-old sister is with R.Kelly and he's having sex with them anyhow? How would you feel? Oh, I know how you would feel. Let's go back to that dancer. R.Kelly's dancer. I can't remember what her name is. Again, I will put her name, I'll write her name down there. And I don't want to mention anyone's name. In the video, there was a lady with a full fringe, a blonde fringe. That lady, I could never forget when she sat there and she said, how dare you, R.Kelly? How dare you do it to my family? I'm like, excuse you? How dare you do it to any black girl at all? Why do you think your family member is immune? Because he's your friend. He's a predator. Understand that. So all of you people out there covering up for excuse me, covering up for all these predators, thinking, oh, you know, they're never going to do it to my daughter, they're never going to do it to my sister, they're going to do, in fact, when they do it to your sister, it's going to be amplified, because you know what, karma happens. I'm sorry, you know, what does our children cost? What does your daughter cost? I don't understand it when, you know, people take their daughters and willingly give them to R.Kelly to spend time with them. What does your daughter cost to you? A few pounds, a few hundreds of pounds, or a couple of dollars? Your daughter is priceless. You should never, and I mean every mother out there, every woman out there, you should never give your daughter to any grown adult man for any reason. A grown a grown adult man should be spending time with adult women. You have no business spending longer than necessary with a child, and that is a fact. And if you're comfortable doing that, I'm sorry, you need to check yourself, and you need to reevaluate yourself and what your intentions are with those young girls. I will conclude this with saying four things that I think are so important, and I think we need to learn from this. Number one, there is nothing hidden under the sun. So for all you predators out there running around sleeping with very young girls, causing them long-term damage to their sexuality, to their sexual side, to their minds, to who they are, to their futures, one day your issues will be revealed too, and you will go to jail for it. Black women, our dignity matter. We matter. We're beautiful. We're just the same as every other race. We're the most disrespected race. People say we're too loud, we're too this, we're too that. We matter. Whatever you think, whatever prejudice or stereotype, whatever it is about us, we matter. Our lives matter. Our bodies matter. We deserve respect. Another thing I have to emphasize is that we need to, as a community, downgrade the fast lifestyle. All this rap music and all these girls twerking and talking about money and stuff, downgrade it. In fact, eliminate it. Let's concentrate on better things: education, science, hope, lifestyle, better work, timekeeping, more positive things. There's so many more positive things that we could talk about. Let's not concentrate on celebrities. Honestly, it means nothing to us anymore. And as for R.kelly, I pray that you go to prison for what you've caused. For all the hurt you've caused all these women, you go to prison. And you know what? I don't care what happens to you after. Goodbye, R.kelly. Thank you for listening and watching my video. And I will bring you a new topic next week. See you later, ladies. And remember, you are a queen. Wear your crown up. Wear your crown. Get your hair down. No matter what you've been through, you are a queen. Remember that. Never forget that. I love you, Subby.